Here we go now. Batman scoop on the mic. Mix in the mix on the wheels of steel.
Yo!
2, 6, let's go.
What's up, Mr. Broccolini? What's up, Dexland? What's up, Electronic Wrangler? What's up, Big Dig Bandito? Dog Car, Jermaine, Ravenmate, Barry, Daniel, Elena, Mooser, Ghost, Brass Chalice, Solo Dot. What's good? Hello. Dude, I have to work. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. What did you just say? You have to work an OVO commercial with Drake? Is that what I saw? For what? What product? Wait, I want to see this fucking message. You have to work an OVO commercial with Drake. I lost it. No. Well, I guess hope you're over 18. I hope you're over 18. You'll be safe. Snazzy boy. Hey, please help me. After watching you play League, I started ranking again. I hate these bozos on my team. Bro, that's the League of Legends experience. That's why we're all screwed. We're all doomed. We're cursed. We're like the ghosts from Pirates of the Caribbean. We're cursed to walk this mortal earth, shuffling along forever with bad teammates. I'll be honest with you, though. I haven't really been that mauled with this time around on League of Legends. I really enjoy it. And I think the reason I enjoy it is because I honed in on it. For whatever reason, they no longer make me play anything but Fizz. I think the reason I hated League of Legends the most was that they would make me play a different champion. But now I got to play Fizz 40 games in a row. Why does the chat not listen when we say don't play it? I don't know. Wally MD, thank you for 36 months, 3 years. As a reward, can you tell us about your time as the Blue Ranger on Power Rangers SPD? I've never seen Power Rangers SPD. That feels like some Zoomer shit. But back in my day, the Blue Ranger was called Billy. And he was the nerdy one. And that's definitely not who I was. Okay? That's not who I was. I was more of a Jason type. I was a Jason. What's up? Sony, what's up? Bald and Brash. Where's my fucking song? Did any of them groom kids? As shocking as this sounds, I think none of them did, right? I could be crazy. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure none of the Power Rangers ever groomed kids. And it's a low bar, but they cleared it. So Kendricks for that. Kendricks for that, my friends. Hey, Big A, when you sleep, do you dream of electric coffee cows? Is this a way to connect with me? When you guys say that coffee cow shit, are you like, you feel like you're like my stepdad and you're trying to like connect with me? You're trying to be like, hey, champ, what do you think about... How about that coffee cow, huh? And it's like, bro, I don't want it. Why the fuck would you? Oh, there's an emergency alert. I just got a silver alert, which is missing, endangered, I guess, elderly person. You can make all your jokes. I'm fine, by the way. Atrioc, I urge you, beware the Ides of March. You talking about this is your first chat message? No, you're a possible ban evader. You're worried that I'm going to get Caesar stabbed in the back? It's a good movie, Ides of March, by the way. It's got Ryan Gosling and George Clooney. Spoiler alert, George Clooney is a politician who cheats on his wife. That's for you. We called the police because you were 2 minutes late. Okay, that's why I'm getting a silver alert, because chat all unanimously called the police when I wasn't live at 7:30. And I guess it's a normal thing to do because I'm never, ever, ever late. I'm never late. So why the fuck would you ever... like if I'm even 30 seconds late, it's like, holy shit, police moment. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What's going on? What's the vibes? What's the haps? What's popping? I just got back from a little dinner, a little b-ball, so I'm a little sweaty. But I got something I want to say. Wait, this is important. Wait, I'm changing my name. I'm changing my title. I'm locking in. I'm locking in, bro. I just decided it today. I've decided to lock in. I didn't even need a Zen and a Monster. I decided to lock in. I got a bunch of stuff done today, and I felt good about it, and so I'm locked in. The only thing I need to fix is ever since the fucking live show, my sleep is off. I need to fix my sleep, and then I'm fully locked. I'm fully locked in. I didn't play one game of League today. This is the third time of this month. Okay, first of all, it's not true. Second of all, locking in is kind of like, as many people in chat who have locked in, they know, locking in is like pulling a lawnmower. Okay? It goes, and it fades out. Then it goes, and it fades out. And then it goes, and then it catches. Okay? That's what locking in is like. You literally have to lock in multiple times sometimes for it to catch. The people that are worst at locking in are the ones that give up after their first lock-in doesn't hit. This is actually true, okay? The thing about locking in is that you have to lock in on locking in. And that's what I'm doing, okay? So I'm locking in. But I want to say I'm locking in not necessarily on a lot of hours streaming. Because I realize that's not what makes me happy, is a lot of hours streaming. Well, what locking in on is fucking a really good video. That's the type of shit I feel good about. Being consistent with my reading and basketball, I feel good about. Like, that's the stuff I want to lock in on. I also want to say, no, I shouldn't say this. This is going to seem like pure flexing. I'll say it at the end of stream. You can tell me. This is pure flexing, but a couple things have gone right outside of all of this. And I swear to God, Marketing Monday starts on Monday. I'm not doing it a day before. I'm not, because if I do it today, well, I can't even do it today, but if I did it tomorrow or whatever, then I wouldn't have one for Monday. Marketing Monday's on Monday, and I need to put a promise on it. Everyone spit in their hand and shake. Okay? I legitimately, but it has to be Marketing Mondays that I want to do. And I can't just do it for the sake of doing it. And this one is good. Hawk Tua. I feel like when Zoomers say Hawk Tua, it's like a really binding, powerful phrase. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't laugh at that. You know what? Just yesterday I said the Hawk Tua ironic jokes are already old, but now they're so old they're funny again for me today. I saw like 2 Hawk Tua things that made me laugh today on Twitter. And I realized Hawk Tua is like, it's like a sine wave. It's post-ironic. Yeah, but it was already post-ironic. That's what everyone who explains it doesn't get. It was already that, and then it got old still. But now it's post-post. Have you thought about making Marketing Monday a bi-weekly thing to help you consistent with your schedule? No. We're going to lock in and just do it on Mondays. The trick is, there's a lot of things I got to fix about it. The trick is I got to be comfortable with doing stories or just with locking it done despite new stuff coming on Monday. Joelers Ferrari. Have you thought about looking at the subreddit every Tuesday? Why? Why would I do that? The subreddit's not part of my locking in at all. The subreddit is not part of the locking in at all. Willem the Friend, thank you for the 41 months. Atrioc, what should I do when the category 4 hurricane reaches my house? Any advice? Watching the stream for protection. Well, I do think that watching this stream is an effective deterrent against any hurricanes. I would say if you gifted some subs, it might help build up a defense wall. Do you know what I'm saying? Right now, you're subbed for a while, but you haven't gifted anything. That might help like build a sort of a dam around your house. It's like 90s shit. Have you considered streaming every day of the week for all October and really locking in? Possibly, but the thing is, like, here's what I realize is that streaming every day doesn't help me do what I want to do. Streaming every day is fun for this chat banter, and we get some clips out of it, and I like it. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like it makes me drag my feet on making meaningful, sustained progress on some of my bigger projects that I really feel good about when I do. So it's a little bit tough. It's a little bit up. It's a little bit down. I also probably need to hire some people again. I would like to say this. This last month was my highest earning month on YouTube ever in the history of either of my channels. And that's ever. And so it's like, I should probably start leaning into it, because what I realize, one thing that makes me happiest about this job is my meetings with the editors. And I know that sounds crazy because I don't pay them. It's like wild, but I really love these meetings we have where we talk about how we're gonna plan the week out and stuff. And it makes me sad when I haven't, like, they don't even have a job to do. Like right now, I haven't streamed enough main channel stuff for Quack to even have something to edit. And that's crazy because I want to work him for free. So I've been thinking about this stuff. I've been thinking about it, and I realized that like I gotta lock in a bit. Even as much fun as I'm having, and even though I don't necessarily need to, like, financially for myself, like I'm wasting an opportunity here to like really try to lean in. So I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna fucking lock in. Let's do it. And here's one thing I want to do. Let me write these down. Can we get a paint? Let me get a paint. I'll write this down. Okay. You're part of this. You are part of this. And I need you guys to understand some things that need to be done. Okay. Number one, I would like to get a new intro for this stream. A cool one. I want when you boot up the stream, because right now the old one I have with the TV, it's broken. This doesn't work. I want to get a dope intro. Right now I have this. We have so much awesome community music. Why do we not have like a sick fucking intro? I might like hire that animator that made the Squeaks and Me thing. I don't know. But I need to do it. And if you think you can help with this, reach out. I will respond to your DMs. I've been responding to DMs. Responded to some DMs today on Twitter. And I want a cool intro. Just like a cool fucking intro for the stream that like hypes me up and plays random songs from the community that I think would be fucking sick for everyone to get pumped. All right? Glizzy's on a gas station roller. No. No, I don't want that, right? Because that would be stupid. And also no one would understand it if they were new here. Do you want like an animatic of some kind with music? I want like, you know how like Lyric has like the room where it brings up the TV. and there's like chat on the TV and like all the little, or Squeaks has like a thing. Do you understand? Like a lot of, or like Mizkiv has a thing where things bounce around. Like I want something with like in jokes from the stream animated while a different song randomly plays from the catalog of all of this stream's great songs. That's my dream. Little in jokes and it's a little animated. And it's like, and then there's chat on screen. Like chat is prominently displayed on screen so we can see like, oh, going live. What's up? And maybe it says starting soon. That's my fucking dream. And then I also want an outro. Okay? I think JPEG's made me a great outro song, but I need like a visual so we can go like, oh, I was here. You know? See you next time. That, and I can say some goodbyes. That's what I want. I want intro and outro. That'll make the stream feel cooler, and I'll be more excited about it. And if anyone does make this, and I end up using it, I have to end up using it. Otherwise, people will just all make crappy ones. But I will absolutely pay 100%. I'm not worried about paying for this. I'm more worried about never having it. I need to find the right person. I'm going to ask the ACLU people, but we'll see. We'll be busy. I'll pay in knowledge. Dude. I was at dinner with Ari. just now. I was at dinner with Ari and I paid for the dinner and I gave him my card, and it's a USAA card because that's where I bank with through my parents. Like they have the best banking. And the guy comes back and goes, that's everything. And he looks at me and he goes, thank you for your service. As he handed the card back. And obviously, you guys are thinking, oh, he saw the USAA card and thought I was a veteran. But what I think is he knows about the stream and is thanking me for doing the hardest job there is, streamer. Okay? So I said, you're welcome. And I actually stood up and I saluted and I waited till he did it back. Then I said, at ease, soldier. The guy loves Marketing Monday. Streaming is infinitesimally easier than making shorts content. What? Are you saying making shorts content is the hardest job? No, dude. No, shorts content is the easiest slop. Shorts is the hardest job for real. Put toothpaste in beer and just watch. So anyway, as a part of locking in, I am down to do whatever today as long as I can get a video for Quack to edit. Okay? Because I feel bad. Quack's nothing to edit. So I will do whatever. I'm decided I'm going to go live and I'm going to get a fucking video. A video! RuneScape would be terrible. What are your thoughts on the blowback MKBHD is facing for his app? It's your first time chat. I think it was so stupid of him to risk his credibility as like the premier. If you guys don't know what happened, MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee, he's like killed companies with his reviews. He has the most powerful and important reviews in all of tech. He gets millions of views. He gets invited to go to talk at Apple. He's got access to everything. And then he launched this wallpaper app for iOS that costs like what, $11 a month or something absurd. 12, I mean $11.99. And and it's like really, it's kind of a poorly made app as well. Like all the wallpapers are loaded on your phone by default. But if you ever stop paying, it locks you out of them, but they're already loaded there. So like there's many ways to get them off the app anyway. Anyway, the point is not that like it's the craziest app ever. It's a pretty normal iOS scam, I guess. I mean, like a normal, like scammy, expensive app. It's like slightly expensive. The problem is that like it fucks his credibility, which is like his most important asset. You know, when you're a reviewer, especially, trust is like your main thing. And so he got a lot of pushback for it, and I think pretty rightfully, just given how anti-consumer this was. And then the worst part was, I think, dude, let me find this to be sure. But I had a very positive opinion of him prior to this, and still generally do, though I do think this is a big misstep. This one. So here's a fucking post that he made in 2023. Rule number 1, never charge for something that was previously free. You know, 164,000 likes. I think he's tweeted this more than once, actually. And here it is again in 2022. My rule number 1 on the internet that's never been successfully broken is to charge for something that was previously free. This is a year before that. Multiple times. Okay? So it's funny to like consistently post this over the years to rightfully dunk on this stupid check mark and then put out a wallpaper app that, you know, wallpapers are free. And these, especially for $11 a month subscription, not even a one-time payment, but a subscription where you lose access to the wallpapers if you stop paying, is crazy. It's crazy, right? And so the real question is, if there's any long-term implications? And I saw a lot of different debates on it. One of them was saying like, this is going to fuck his brand forever. And I think that's very likely not true. I know that's not true. He's going to be relatively fine, but it's still at the margin, going to cause at least some cohort of people to lose trust or have less trust in him, which I think is damaging enough. I think it's like, you know, I think it's damaging enough. And so, again, it's one data point. Maybe he learns from this, doesn't do it again. Totally fine. But I'm surprised he thought, I guess my question is not whether or not he's going to be deeply impacted, because I don't think he will. He's got a massive audience, and unless his content falls off in quality, which I don't think it will, he's fine. But it's like, it makes me question his judgment. It makes me question his judgment because I know this guy's already rich as fuck. He didn't need the money. It's a way to, like, you know, farm a few million, which I believe is what it's going to make. By the way, despite all of our clowning on it, I think it is on track based on its placement in the App Store and what it costs to make 2 to 3 million, which is fucking crazy. I'm talking about MKBHD. And again, he split up with a developer. I don't know what cut he gets, but I'm just surprised. Like, it makes me question his judgment. I don't know why he did it. And then he said, a part of building in public is getting mass feedback immediately, which is pretty dope. And it's like, building in public is such a funny way of saying I launched an app that rents you wallpapers. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, building is such a unique way to phrase it. First thing we're doing is fixing the excessive data disclosures, as people rightfully brought up. See, I didn't even know about that. There was data disclosures. For transparency, we never actually ask for your location and internet history. As for pricing, I hear you. It's our own personal challenge to work to deliver that kind of value for the premium version. Okay, so they'll lower the ad frequency for the free experience, but they are not changing the price. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I'm a little bit baffled. Cause he had such a good thing going. And again, I don't think it's going to be big enough to impact him in any real way. He's also like, you know, outside of this, I have never seen issues. So It's a small mark on his record, but I'm just shocked. It just makes me question his judgment. I'm just shocked. Bro is charging Netflix money for rented JPEGs. Yeah, it's just such a bad product. It's so like anti-consumer, which is fine if you're I don't know, if you're Logan Paul or something and your brand is I don't give a shit. I scam people all the time. But when you're a reviewer, your trust directly links back to your views and people's liking of your content. And you know what I'm saying? The trust is so important. Trust is everything. There was literally a controversy about him like a few months ago from the R1, but that's the opposite. I was on his side for that one. The controversy a few months ago was that he reviewed the fucking AI scam rabbit device and said it was shit. And they were like, wow, you're going to kill our company like that? You're not even going to give it a fair shake? And it's like, we all know it was shit. He was honest that it was shit. It was a bad product. He actually bent over backwards to give him some level of, positivity. That was fine. That was understandable. But it's just hard to have the same level of oomph behind your words if you're going to insult other brands when you do this. Linkus! Good to see you. I hope you watched that clip I sent you. Very, 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 hope you're okay. And I hope nobody that I rated was weird. Good to see you, big dog. It was the tipping point, though, because it was so blatantly bad. I've seen a lot of people bring up other more nuanced things, like how he shills for Tesla and Apple are now brought up and discussed because of the situation. He's no longer a trustworthy source, very damaging to his brand. Again, I'm very on the side of I don't think this is going to have a deep long-term impact, but it's more of like a big noticeable misstep that will carry with him if he keeps going down this type of behavior. You know? It'll compound. As for this, I mean, my understanding is that he is a little bit soft on Apple and Tesla because they give him access. And while I think it's very easy to be a commenter or someone who doesn't have access and like rip on him for that, and it's fine. Like if it really bothers you, don't watch his Apple and Tesla stuff. I don't really get mad at him for that because Apple and Tesla are big enough that they do not have to talk to anybody who isn't nice to them. They simply don't. And they just won't, and it won't happen. No one's turning the tide. It's a fucking $3 trillion company. No one's fucking... So, him being like generally nice, but still honest about the product, which I think he has been. Like he wasn't fawning over the Vision Pro or anything. I think it's fine. I think that part doesn't deeply bother me. From his POV. I think it bothers me societally. Like it's kind of fucked up societally, but I don't blame him as one individual. Yo, Atrioc, Anyway, I don't know if there's any. We're going to watch Lena Khan interview today. I'll watch that for sure. I would love to watch the Lena Khan interview. Have you watched Good Work videos? Bro, I watched them all. I think we watched them all on this stream. Yo, Atrioc, the company I'm starting at next week got raided by the FBI. Is that a red flag? No, it means all the bad stuff has been raided out. You're good. You're starting right as a fresh start. Okay? The FBI cleaned it out. Tesla literally uninvited us from events because I pointed out they were charging for something they said they wouldn't charge for. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Apple and Tesla and a lot of companies like this they won't even give access if you're consistently negative. Because they just don't have to. They're bigger than Testing. And we back. And we back. I feel like my microphone is fucking up. I wonder if it's been slowly getting weaker or something. What if the mic cord is bad? What if the cable is bad? Yeah, I'll get a new cord. That's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll just get a new fucking cord. That way, maybe it'll be less quiet. We'll see. Yeah, I'll do that fucking post-haste. What did Linkus say? This is all part of locking in. Let me write that down. We'll put it on paint. Okay? Wait, we'll put it on paint. Everything we need to do for lock-in season. New mic cord. Number 3. Okay? We're locking in. This is Operation Lock In. Perfect. Now it's for real. Lock-in season. And I encourage all of you to lock in as well. Okay? We are nearing the end of 2024. We live in the future. Let's lock the fuck in before robots kill us all. We have minimal time. Linkus, do you leave your mic powered through your mixer table 24/7 or you turn it off when you're not at your setup? I leave it powered through my mixer table 24/7, Linkus. 24/7. 365 all day, all year. Is that a problem? I have to be ready to stream at any time. Linkus, what you might understand is my viewers demand that I am able to go live at a moment's notice anytime. Whether it's 6:37 a.m., 4 p.m., 7:30 on the dot. They are ready. They are ready for me to jump into action, okay? At any moment. And that's just the facts of the ground here. This specific mic gets more quiet when it's powered over time. Had to get a new one. It has been getting more quiet. Holy shit. All right, I'll just buy a new mic. I'll buy a new mic because of what I will tell you about at the end of the stream, which is not necessarily a flex. Sure. SM7B. What's the best one? I guess just the classic. Besides, it'll be good to have two anyway, because when I have a guest over, I was using Stan's mic when I had like Rachel and Blur come over, but I think that's not fair to him to go drive over there and steal his mic. I'll just get a second mic. It works like a charm. Yeah, this looks fucking great. I don't need a new cloud lifter, right? Dude, I can get it delivered overnight. Yeah, fuck it. We'll have it for tomorrow. I'm getting it right now. What else would I need? Let's fucking shop real quick. What do I need for the ultimate stream setup? You know what I need? I would like to get... Well, I have a Stream Deck. I need to install my Stream Deck. I need a Stream Deck. Because I would like to have music. I would like to have light background music when I'm talking that I can't hear. Because I have a problem where if there's like even the lightest Wii Shop sound playing, I can't talk. I can't talk about the economy right now. The fucking song's distracting me. So I have to pause it. But if I had a little bit of it going, just a little bit of music, then it's good, all right? Then people can come in, there's a little bit of a vibe. No song is better, but you guys are thinking about it too loudly. It'll be very, very soft, very soft. You can split your audio. Also, I need to do that. Oh, let me write that down. I think Linkus knows how to do this, but also Autumn might know how to do this. Let me write this down. Locking in number 4. I need to split audio. Split audio. And the reason I do this is so I can play Linkin Park and other copyrighted music and Tupac whenever I fucking want. And then it wasn't mute the VOD. That would be awesome. If I can split the audio to have a track just for playing copyrighted music for chat. So I can play my playlist when I want to fucking vibe. Okay? Number five. I need to set up, and this is not for day-to-day streams. I will not change day-to-day streams at all, but I need to set up TTS for gaming. I have now realized, after watching plenty of content, that daily gaming needs TTS because I don't read chat out loud. Games need it. You just need it so that I can hear something funny and I can react to it. I need it. Okay? So this is gonna make gaming better. Because otherwise people cannot contribute enough while I'm gaming and I get too locked in. And that allows more funny. Okay, so that's a 5. These are all gonna help the stream. I'm very excited about all of these. TTS has a lot of shit. Thing is, those are problems that can be solved. If TTS has too much shit, you either raise the price, you add a moderator barrier who can only allow certain messages through, whatever. You know, I could give Yeti control of TTS and the fucking stream if I wanted to. And he could add overlays. And I could pay him. I don't know. There's all sorts of shit we can do. The point is, I can't just do the exact same thing. We gotta try some new stuff to improve. Because I've never tried TTS because I don't want to. I don't need TTS. It's lame. But I've never tried it. I never tried it not once. So I need to try it. Number 6. What else do I need? New camera? What's wrong with my camera? We've had the same camera forever. I think it's pretty good. Is there honestly a problem with this camera? I feel like we have a good setup camera-wise. Good quality. I'm in frame. The chat. It could be a little... It's blurry sometimes, I guess. But I think it's pretty good. Set up VR. Okay, fine. Number 6. Set up VR. Dude, my dream would be VR on a different camera. So I do have a second camera. I have a Razer, not a Razer. I have a Elgato face cam or whatever that has a much wider field of view. If I had if the camera was pointed over there and I had like a VR standing setup on a green screen, that could be fucking swag. That's a pain in the ass setup. I would probably need help. I need someone. Maybe I'll see if JPEX ever wants to come over. He lives in LA. Dude, what if this second camera, someone said this, it's not even my idea. What if this second camera pointed over here to the whiteboard / green screen so I could use it for whiteboard segments? Where it's like fucking, it's crisp in frame whiteboard. So I could go over there and be like, ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da. That's a fucking good idea. Then I can do the whiteboard instead of having to do paint all the time. That's a good idea. You'll need a new mic stand for that? Why? This one goes all the way over here. It literally goes to the perfect spot. This is like it's already there. Especially if this mic gets fixed. More merch. We have more merch. We have the Lehman Brothers crew neck in stock now. We have the Nortel coming. I don't think more merch even needs to be on here. Merch is great. I don't want to overdo merch. We just do a little bit at a time. We got Lehman Brothers crew neck and we got Nortel coming. It's good. PS5 setup. Yes. PS5 setup. This is a banger because then I can play Astrobot and other PS5 games. Although, what other fucking games? What other fucking games am I playing other than Astrobot? I don't know. PS5 setup, I guess. Anyway, it'll be good to just get it set up. Just figure it all fucking out. I would like to get this whole stream session set the fuck up in a nice way so that it feels like I can instantly do what I want to do. Right now, I'm limited by tech so often that I have to default to things I know that I can do instead of trying different things because I'm limited on the setup time. More sub badges. We do need one more sub badge. We need one more sub badge. Absolutely. I'll add that. I'll even add that. It's a small thing, but I'll add it. One more sub badge for the real ones. What's the current cap? Is it Ghost? Ghost for 2.5 years? Yeah, we need a 3-year. We need a 3-year, and I don't know what it needs to be. I was gonna be Paper Mario Hammer. Paper Mario Hammer. A Glizzy. Maisie! Maisie. Welcome to chat. Maisie, can I talk to you real quick? Are you here? Can I talk to you? I already talked to Linkus about this, and I already apologized, and I already yelled at my chat. I don't know if you saw that clip I put up on my Clips channel, and I know you were all in good fun, but I'm very annoyed by some people's responses to, like, talking about, oh, wow, Linkus, this marriage will never last. I thought that was so fucked up, and it made me almost delete the video, but I just yelled at chat for 30 minutes. I just want you to know that I fully understood that you guys are deeply in love and doing a funny little bit for my content. I just want you to know that I understand that deeply, and all the normal people here do. I don't know how many of them are normal, but the normal ones understand. I'm sorry that some people cannot fucking pick up on that obvious fact. It wasn't chat, actually. It was YouTube frogs. But I know. Dude, I know. Everyone knows this. Everyone should know this. The fact that people think what's crazy, Maisie, is that it's people who are unmarried, never had a relationship, YouTube commenters. And they're the arbiters. They know. Let me tell you, Linkus, how to have your marriage. Believe me, I'm an expert. I've written a lot of YouTube comments. Okay. I know. Basically, I fucking know. It's so normal. Dude, it was just, you guys were both laughing in the same room on the same call. Everyone understood it. It was a funny little goofy thing that everybody has. Yeah, it's crazy. I was very frustrated with those comments, and so I messaged Linkus and I sent him the thing I said on stream. But anyway, I just want you to know that I'm also sorry to you, and I hope it didn't bother you or whatever. I hope you understood it in the spirit of fun, which I was doing it in. Okay. Anyway, now that I've said all that, Maisie, could you make me an emote for free, please? I can't afford it. I don't want to delete the video. Can you please make me a new Paper Mario Hammer? I need 2, actually. I'll pay you for 2. Pay you with exposure, which is what I'm doing right now. You already made the hammer, right? Did I use it? It's in our DMs a year ago. You made a sketch. Okay. Let's see. I'm scrolling back. She made this. Remember this? Do we ever use this? She made I can't. Like the philosopher. That's funny. What else? Scrolling back. Wow, remember this? Remember this? When I learned how to 3D model? Dude, these videos got like 1 million views each, by the way, on Isto's channel. It's crazy. They did bigger than all my... one of them got 5 million, I think. I'm not kidding. One of them got 5 million views of me learning how to, like, animate or something with... that's crazy. Anyway, continuing. Where? Oh, here's the hammer. Okay, you didn't finish it. There was sketches, and I probably never. What's this? This is a video I sent you.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Lincoln!
Oh, wait, it's gotta be focused. Oh! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Lincoln. We miss you in Los Angeles. I wish you were here, not in Texas. Okay, a little happy birthday Lincoln I sent. That's sweet of us. I don't remember doing that. And then this. This is the hammer. Okay. So if you could just color this in, then yeah, this is great. This will be the 3-year, and then what I was going to ask you is for a 3.5-year, that's a glizzy, and a 4-year, that's a golden glizzy. Should put a rate 5,000 per. Sounds fair. That sounds fair. It should be in a bun. Yeah, it should be in a bun. I think that's a pretty good. I think that'd be pretty good. Then we have a 3.5. Then we have a 4. Bruh, I don't want to be a glizzy. I feel like nobody wants to be a glizzy. They want to be a golden glizzy. That's why you have to power through. Okay? Well, the thing is, I don't want the golden glizzy to be the final one, though. I do think those were funny, but I want there to be a cooler final one. I like the ghost one last. I do kind of. That's why I liked Ghost last for so long, because the ghost. No, not a diamond glizzy. No, they're not going to be different glizzy elements. The only reason I said golden glizzy is because my very first video to ever hit 100K views in a day was the hunt for the golden glizzy with me and S3K, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Because I had many, many videos before that I like tried harder on. Green guns? Nah, I don't want it to be too Hitman focused. Yeah, what could be good is an Enron hat. Or the Enron logo or the Enron hat. That would be good. Could we make one badge for King Ollie? I hate to have to ban Linkus. That sucks. It sucks that I have to ban Linkus. Sucks that I have to ban him after all we've been through together. I think an Enron logo would be sick. Can I get paid in a VIP badge? Yeah, of course. I also have to pay you cash. And then Linkus, you also have to fly her in first class once so that we can get the comments off our back. Okay? So you just take the money, buy her a first class ticket, we fucking film it, and then we get the commenters to shut the fuck up. Okay? Don't monk a W. Imagine he doubles down, takes the money, puts her in fucking coach again. Yeah. Puts her in steering. Anyway, it was 3 years ago. Linkus, I know. Linkus, I believe. Stop. Don't. Are you telling chat? You know what? It's fine. I'll leave it up. I'm leaving it up so everybody in chat can know. I am aware. At no point was I being serious at all in the whole thing, Linkus. I was joking. We were joking. I'm so frustrated that people in the comments are like, "Oh my God, let me step up to the plate here. It's time for me to analyze this marriage." It pisses me off. It honestly pisses me off. It pisses me off. They were white knighting you? I know, they were. And if there's one thing we don't tolerate on my channel, it's being nice to women, okay? We don't tolerate that. This channel's all about calling women woke and trying to find ways to get them out of video games, okay? That's why I got into this business. I have an extremely important mission, a holy calling, if you will. The most important thing I have to do on this earth is to constantly elude that a secret cabal of woke overlords is trying to make my games worse. Okay? By including anyone other than a man as the main character, ideally a white man. And that's my goal. And if I'll be happy to die, go to Valhalla fighting for that. Ted, is this sarcasm? No, this is real. Put it on the clip channel so I can hear the comments. This is 100% serious and real. Put it on the clips channel so I can hear the comments. They would all agree with you. Just get me into the Asmongold. Get me into the Asmongold sphere, dude. I'm gonna make so much money. I'm gonna make so much money. I will crush that job. I'll crush that job, dude. I'll make so much money. It's the easiest way to make money on the whole internet, and I will do such a good job. I wish I could clone myself and I could just make that money. I would make so much bread, dude. You must shower less? Bro, I'm unshowered right now. I got back from basketball. I'm fucking stinky. It's perfect. Dude, right now, listening to you not 2X is weird. I'll tell you what's weird, bro. I'll tell you what's weird. Can you believe you're the first person to ever make this message? Can you believe you're the first person to ever show up in my Twitch chat and tell me this joke about how they've watched the Clips channel on 2X speed and now it's different? Because it's honestly one of the funniest, most original jokes I've ever heard in my entire life. And I can't wait to hear your next banger. I can't wait. I'm so excited. You're like a hot new comedian on the scene, dude. You have shown up in chat and everyone's looking at you. The spotlight's on you because you're bringing so much crackling energy and comedy chops. Okay. Before you buy the second mic, so I don't feel bad, can you check the Windows setting I showed in DM so it's not that? Yeah, sure. I already bought it and I will blame you. I will blame you if it's not the problem. In fact, I'll put up a second video talking about how you once made Maisie walk. You were driving and you're like, I don't want anyone else in the car because I like my private space. And you made her walk all the way to you guys were going to Costco or something. And you're like, I don't even want to carry the groceries, so you can walk back with them to the house. Because you thought it would save on gas. If she was like, if she was in the car with all the groceries, it would weigh the car down. So he was like, just walk. This is a real thing that he did. Put it on the clip channel. Thank you. Oh, quick. Okay, you're telling me to look at this. You're telling me to look at this setting. Sound settings. He's telling me to go to this menu. Don't show on stream. Go to... hey, wait a minute. Testing. Wait a minute. Does somebody get... Uh-oh. 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 Okay. What do we sound like? What do we sound like? I have had my microphone input in settings set to 18% this entire time. What the fuck? Wait, is it too loud now? Because now it's like deep red, bro. Okay, what about now? No, wait. What about now? What? How are we sounding? There's some static. It's a bit loud. Perfect audio is when it peaks the bar at high yellow, low red. So if I get loud, a little loud, a little loud, a little loud. Too quiet? Make it not 100%. What if I bump it down to like 80? Okay. What if I bump it down to like 80? What if I bump it down? Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This is progress, folks. This is progress, folks. Okay. So we're going to open up sound settings. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to put this at 80. No. At 80. Okay. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? This mic sounds so good now. Way too quiet. Okay, wait. How about now? No, wait. Wait. What about now? What about now? A little bit louder now. A little bit louder now. Bro is so quiet. Okay. 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 No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. We're getting there. We're getting there. Still a little quiet. Still a little quiet. Let's go to 90. And now we're cooking with gas. We're cooking with gas. How do we sound? Yes, I'm talking to you. We're getting loud. We're getting quiet. We're getting loud. We're getting quiet. Holy. And look, it's got everything. It's got everything. This is what it sounded like before you did anything? Yeah, but like maybe it's whoa! Okay, that gets too loud. Wait, it needs a thing. Sorry, wait. Sorry. That's too loud. How about this? How about this? What if I yell? Yo! Add a little bit of a compressor. We're good? Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday with your boy Atrioc. Let's talk about wins and fails. How are we sounding? This is pretty good, huh? This is pretty good. I feel like this could be good. Maybe now, what if I'm talking over audio? And now we're talking over audio. And now we're talking over audio. And it's all sounding good. And can you hear me quite clearly over the audio? And there's things in the background, but I'm still like powering through. Holy shit. This is a big progress day. All it took was one lock-in day? This is big. This is big. This feels like your first ever stream. This is big, dude. Cancel that Amazon order. I need another mic anyway. I need another mic for guests. Nice lock-in date. All right, and then Maisie's gonna work on this sub badge. So we're gonna get sub badges. We're gonna get. Actually, I can cross this out. Maisie's doing it. My job's done. I want to cross one off because it makes me feel good. Split audio, I haven't done. New mic cord. Well, this is already ordered. And I fixed the mic. So we're already fucking making progress today. Do you want 2 hammer and 1 hot dog or 2 hot dog and 1 hammer? I wanted 1 hammer and 2 hot dogs. A regular hot dog and a golden hot dog. You want to set up all audio settings to be perfect? Just DM me anytime. I will do that, Lincoln. I will do that. I would love your expertise, technically, so that I can set up my stream to be the best it can be. The yells hurt now. The yells hurt now. If I say, what the fuck are you talking about? Dark Fire Oss? Are you from Australia? Upside fucking down here? Is that too? That hurts? That's painful? That emotionally hurts now. Why would it emotionally hurt more or less? Hurts your feelings? Changing it would cause more harm than good. You could use a compressor. Here's the thing. Today is the day of change. We're fixing the problems. We're not going for good. We're going for perfect. We're going for the best. I'll add a compressor. What this? What this? If I add a compressor, then when I get loud, does it keep it in frame? How's that? If I get super loud, quiet. Keeps you flat though. Can I do like a slight compress? Let's do a slight compress. What's the ratio? I don't know. I don't know these terms. What does ratio mean? L plus ratio? I'll just look them up. Let's fucking solve this problem. What does ratio mean? Compressor. In audio, a compressor's ratio setting controls how much compression is applied. Oh, perfect. We'll turn the ratio down. Okay. Now I get loud and it does a slight compression. A slight compression. That's pretty good. This is a big day. This is a big fucking day. Look at all this progress. Yes! Yes! Okay. All right. Damn, what a fucking progression. What a progression. My pits are kind of sweaty. Yeah, I won't apologize for that. I would not want to be your neighbor right now. I'm a charming neighbor. I greet everyone. I see them on the street or when we're taking out our trash. I'm a great neighbor. They love to have me. Damn, this is a fucking... He has 50 acres, no neighbors. Yeah, I got 50 acres in Los Angeles. Yep. 50 acres, bro. 50 acres from my guest house. Actually gaslighted chat for years about the audio. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first time I've ever mentioned audio in the history of this stream. I don't think you even know what gaslighting means, bro. You're crazy. Chat, do you get... What was he talking about? You guys even remember ever talking about audio before? That feels crazy, right? I feel like we've never ever mentioned it. Yeah, red flag for sure. The audio is slightly cutting off when you stop talking. Uh-oh. Wait, it's cutting me off. My noise gate is too high. Let's fix that. Wait, do I even need a noise gate? I think I just need the compressor. What if I turn off the noise gate altogether? And then I just put on the compressor. Noise gate removes the fuzz. Oh, there's static? A little static comes back. Okay. So I'll just make it wider. So let's go back to the mic. No, we'll figure this out. We'll add a noise gate. And we will... what do the thresholds mean? Noise gate open threshold. What does that mean? The open threshold of the noise gate is the volume level at which the gate will open and allow audio to pass through. I just make it lower. What is... Hello? 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 Okay. Wait. I just needed to not pick up things. What is the close threshold? Noise gate closed. Closes. When the audio level is below the close threshold. Also, just put it like this. Put it like, wait, I figured it out. If I turn this off, negative 55. 43. How about this? How about this? No static, and it opens for everything. And it doesn't cut me off. Is this good? I'm not muted. No, I think we're good. This is perfect. There's no cut. Yeah, I just set it really low. I just set the threshold really low. Holy shit! Holy sh... Fix how you look at chat so you can see BTD emotes. I don't know if this is a fix. Because here's the thing. You guys always bring in new emotes, and then I don't know what to call them unless I see you write them out. So, like, I wouldn't know to call this Gritty Goose unless I see it written as Gritty Goose. You understand? So, I think this is good. And I can still see what they look like by looking in the OBS where I see it right, like what you guys see. I think that's not a change I want to make. That's very hype for me. And I do love Gritty Goose. I'm gonna type it right now myself. Gritty Goose. Yeah, that's great. Wait, how did it show up for me? Oh, it's a prime emote. Anyway, we made a lot of progress today. This is looking pretty good. It's official Twitch. Gritty Goose is official Twitch. Hey, what's going on with Bible Thump? Can we get a Bible Thump for Bible Thump? You know, back in my day, Bible Thump was a big deal. Bible Thump. What's going on with it? It will soon go to emote heaven. The popular Twitch emote will soon be unavailable due to rights expiration. Pretty soon, Twitch users will no longer be able to express their sadness with the Bible. I mean, they haven't done it in a while, but this is a class. I mean, that's the classic, yeah. Kappa, Frankers, and PogChamp. I knew this dog, by the way. I met the actual Franker's dog. And the fucking actual face of PogChamp and the actual face of Kappa. Please fix your threshold in Discord. Where do I see that? Where do I see that? I think I did fix this already. Because I was playing with Stans the other day and you could hear my full-throated laughter. Yeah, I think I already fixed this. I think we're good actually on that one. Wait, watch this.
Cake owner. Almost heaven. Older Twitch chat. All these emotes. Wondering how to spell that.
Gray face, no
Now
space.
we're older.
Dude, back when you couldn't hover over the emote to see how to spell it. And then people were like, how do I do Kappa? And then people would say, gray face, no space. It was beautiful.
Everyone's moved on, but I remember Twitch chat from those.
Yeah. And then everyone would say, it worked. They would go, Kappa equals gray face, no space. And then then someone else would type, and then new people would get fucking annoyed because they would type gray face like 100 times and they couldn't get it to work. It was so funny.
Days that are gone, Twitch emotes from long ago made you feel you're not alone.
Kappa PogChamp.
Keep a forehead, Bible thumb, Twitch emote.
Goodbye, Bible Thump. Goodbye. You had a good run.
I remember typing Dan's game, forehead swift rage, PJ Salt and filthy.
Dude, this is not a knock on him. He helped us out. But I remember Swifter said that Swifter is Swift Rage, told me he was really good at the Fortnite creative map maker thing. So when I worked at NVIDIA, I was like, hey, Swifter, we need to make a custom NVIDIA Fortnite map. I'll pay you 25 grand. It has to be really good. And he's like, for sure. And then I found out that he subcontracted the whole thing to some much more talented kids. And he was more of again, he got it done. The thing is, I have no knock on him. He got it done. We got a great map. We needed someone who was an adult that we could talk to and like rely on but I found out he didn't actually make it. So it was a funny, yeah, the connections. Again, I have no problem with it. It's not my money. And the campaign was a huge success. But it's just funny because of the way, when I first thought I was hiring him, I was like, you're going to make it? Interview. Well, some of the questions were dumb, but I'm glad she got interviewed. And she's great. Top comment says it all. If large corporations on Wall Street hate you, you're definitely doing something right. She's a real American hero. Nah, for real. I'm glad more people are figuring out about her. I'm glad her name is getting out there. One of the best government appointees in a long time, and doing really important work. Very, very, very happy to support her. Let's watch the Fizz video. I'll think about it. Probably watch it afterwards. Why would Democrats Kamala not support her? Wouldn't that align with Democratic values? Kamala potentially would not support her because some of her biggest donors, this may shock you, but both political parties in America and all politics in America are very focused on money and require tons of donations, often from very rich people. And so some of these people, like Reid Hoffman, the CEO, billionaire owner of LinkedIn, have publicly stated that he would love to see Lena Khan fired while donating quite a bit to Kamala Harris. Okay? So we will see how this plays out. Just want to say, let you know that I teach macroeconomics at a top university and sometimes talk about some of the examples you bring up in Marketing Monday if it connects to the lesson. Top university, Arizona State, good to have you. Harvard of the Southwest, a true hero. Let me know the university and I will sue them for plagiarism. You've stolen my work. No, that's super nice. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. I think it's always funny. I do get some DMs sometimes by people who have seen my video or shared my video in a classroom. And I think it's funny because my videos are not designed to be viewed in a classroom. They're filled with swearing and dumb jokes. And even the last one I did, I'm like, Cisco tops Microsoft as the world's most valuable company. Then I go, pause. Like, that's not going to work in a classroom. And there's chat on screen the whole time, so you can't. But it's fine. My mom doesn't like your swearing, but I make her watch you anyways. Well, don't make her watch. Please don't make your mom watch me if I'm swearing and she doesn't enjoy the content. You have to watch this video of him playing Quidditch. He catches the snitch eventually, Mom. Keep watching. No, you don't get it. He's at Chili's alone. Yeah. No, you don't get it. He gets really mad at the Squidward video. It's hilarious. Dude, I still get comments on that. That video has totally breached my bubble. And even years after that video come out, here's what happens. Someone will see the video. They'll start watching it. They won't watch all the way. They'll watch the first third. And in the first third, you can't tell yet that the video is a troll. So you could be like, boy, he's getting upset at this video. And it's like, give him a chance. And so then they'll write a comment being like, who's this fucking streamer think he is? Making fun of a good piece of insightful content. Like, what? He's just sitting there reacting. Doesn't even have any fucking real insights on SpongeBob like this. And it's like, I can tell you haven't watched the whole thing because at the halfway point, he fucking openly starts talking about how SpongeBob and Patrick want to fuck. Watch the new Caspian Report video on Britain decline. Dude, how many YouTubers are going to make a British decline video? It's just free views, bro. If I could somehow make a 4-hour long British decline video, I'd print money. You haven't yet? No, I haven't. I mean, I've talked about it, but just on stream. I haven't, like, made a video. It's crazy. I mean, it's true. It's not, the thing is, there's nothing untrue about it. I kind of do want to make an Australia decline video because I've read much more about that. I think I'm pretty knowledgeable on many of the ways that Australia is fucked. People aren't talking about that as much. I also would like to do that about Canada. Again, if I ever seem like I'm being a bit negative about the American economy, I am generally, but I promise you it's worse in Canada and Australia. I promise you it's worse. Canada, by the way, you know how America is doing rate cuts right now, and they're like praying it's going to turn everything around. Canada's almost like it's like third desperate rate cut, as shit is not turning around. Canada is ahead of us, and they are on the fucking they are cutting like crazy, and it is not working. Canada is speed running real bad problems. Okay. Anyway, also not that I even know the opposition, to be honest, but I tell you this, regardless of your political leanings, Trudeau is out. I promise you that. By the way, I don't blame any individual leader, because this is since Reagan, like 30 fucking 40 plus years of consolidation, money printing. I guess post 08 really is like when it really kicks into high gear, but Trudeau's out. He's gonna get destroyed. Down ballot. I mean, everywhere, just completely destroyed. He's gonna be gone, and so we'll see what happens. But there's not a comeback happening. The incumbent, are you talking about? Yeah. Well, yeah, but again, the incumbent L, but worse because Canada is truly speed running into disaster right now. And again, I don't. I focus on the economic side, so I'm not going to go into whatever problems people have with Trudeau otherwise. But economically alone, he's going to get destroyed. And then on top of that, I think he's not very popular. We're going to have yeah, I mean, exactly. This is sort of what I'm saying is like, I'm sure there's plenty of legitimate reasons to be like, fuck Trudeau. I'm sure there is. I'll be honest with you. I definitely don't want to be a Trudeau defender here. But I also want people to know that like a different person in power would be sleepwalking into a lot of these same problems. I don't think it would be different. I think all countries around the world are going into this same fucking post-COVID money printing reckoning era. He'll need to break out the blackface again. Trudeau breaking out the blackface to turn it around. But I also, you have to understand that like when people are feeling the economic squeeze, they do not give a shit on like if a different person was in power, it'd probably be the same. They don't care. They don't care. they just want change. They just like fucking get them out, bring it back. They don't, and that's never going to change. And that's just normal. That's a normal reaction. When people are angry, they just fucking, they want to get them out. So anyway, what else? What about Malay rooming control? I can talk about this. So, but again, it's a little early. So, Javier Malay is this guy. Javier Malay. Bit of a psycho, bit of a crazy looking dude, carries a chainsaw around, but I've been somewhat hopeful for him because of his plan to essentially stop printing money to fund everything in Argentina and to combat inflation. Okay? He's got insane chops, insane hair, bit of an oddball. All right? And recently, this is early days, but he removed rent control in Argentina. and saw massive increases in the amount of rental supply and lowered prices. So prices initially spiked, but then started falling very, very fast as all of this new supply came online. And again, this is early days, but it's been successful. Things can happen, but I am not a proponent of rent control. I think rent control doesn't work. I think most price controls don't work. The only area where I can hear the argument is for healthcare, which is like people needed to live. But even then, I'd prefer more competition. But early results are positive, at least in the cities. So we'll see. However, I also want to say inflation is also down. Inflation is down to 18%, which is still incredibly high, but down from 237. I want to say it's so tough to even judge his actions and whether or not they work, because Argentina is not a good test case country. Argentina is so fucked in so many ways. And he is trying to he's doing these rapid shock therapy, cut off the leg to stop the cancer type thing. It seems like there's positive results, and I'm impressed and I'm hopeful. And I think they needed some drastic stuff, but like, he's not joining a country that was going well. It was going terribly. And it remains to be seen whether whether they can endure some of this short-term pain. Can you give a TLDR for what's bad about rent control? Genuine question. Yeah, I'll give you a TLDR, but I'd like to do a longer presentation. I had this whole thing I was going to do about price controls. One second. Let me pull this up. No, I'm not going to do Coke before. Let's see. I think I might have at least the beginnings of a PowerPoint. Hopefully. What did I save it as? Was it price controls? Price controls? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so price controls is the idea that like, hey, companies are gouging on something, whether it's fucking grocery prices, eggs, rent, whatever. Let's have the government mandate a price that they have to sell it at. That's the idea, okay? And some people think of this as like a left-wing economic idea or whatever. I promise you, it has been tried by every type of government since the dawn of time. It's been tried by the ancient Romans. This is a book called 40 Centuries of Wage and Price Controls that goes through every single one. I mean, the Nazi Germany tried it. Medieval England tried it. Every time the average people are mad about prices going up, they complain to the leadership. The leadership goes, don't worry, I'll solve this. I'll tell everybody they just can't make it more expensive. Okay? And the problem is, it has, I'm not kidding, never worked. It's never worked. What happens every single time is that because the demand for the good is at a higher price than what they're being told they can sell it at, the supply that's actually for sale goes way the fuck down. So you end up with rationing. You end up with like, quote unquote, bread lines. You end up with quotes, things like that. And then people that have the product have a deep, deep, deep financial incentive to sell it on a black market whenever way possible. So it instantly creates almost every time a black market where people, let's say they say that you can't sell bread above $5 or whatever they set a price. Okay. Well, if their demand of that is for above $5, then they will sell a token amount rationed to the public, then run out, and then nobody can have it. And the rest of it is going to be sold on the black market for much higher prices. It always leads to that corruption. Okay. And when there isn't, whenever there isn't, and like, here's an example. Here's fucking Nazi Germany, where they cracked down so hard on black markets. They enforced the price ceiling so well that there was no black market. Then the supply dropped so much that no one could get any. The ration cards became insufficient to get enough food. Okay, so we could go through a million examples. You can go all through. I mean, you can go back to fucking this is 301 AD when Diocletian passed an edict on maximum prices. The penalty of death if you violated it. Okay, this is one of the earliest fucking stone tablets they can find. They capped the price of wages. They capped the price of eggs, of grain and beef and clothing. The people brought provisions no more to market because they could not get a reasonable price for them. It doesn't work. The supply just drops. It hasn't worked. It's never worked. Fucking, even in America, it's been tried, and not by someone on the left. It was fucking Nixon.
Time has come for decisive action that will break the vicious circle of spiraling prices and costs. I am today ordering a freeze on all prices and wages throughout the United States for a period of 90 days. In addition, I call upon corporations to extend the wage price freeze to...
Fucking Nixon tried it. He tried to freeze prices. We got ranchers stopped shipping their cattle to market. Consumers emptied the shelves of supermarkets. There was massive lines. It just does not, it doesn't work. It's never worked. It doesn't work. I don't know what to tell you. And then obviously they're going to find every single way around it. Here's an example of, I think this is Venezuela, where they put a price cap on Frosted Flakes. They said Frosted Flakes, you can't sell for, more than a certain amount. Okay. And they put the price cap on the 500-gram box of Frosted Flakes. Well, that box quickly became out of stock. Soon, the shelves were full of 510-gram boxes, the price of which was not controlled. Okay? It's not the way to do it. The way to get prices down is to create a thriving set of competition, to create a lower priced competition that people can choose instead. That will bring the prices down. Again, it's happening right now with fucking fast food, which has been raising prices like crazy. And the second there was a successful meal deal, people started either not going to fast food or going to places that had cheaper deals. Suddenly, every fucking fast food thing had a $5 box out of nowhere. And McDonald's just extended theirs because it's the only thing that's working for them. Okay? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know how to tell you. I don't know if there's a fucking nice way or easy way, but you can go through all of this, bro. You can go through every single one. That's like the high level. I'll do a deeper presentation on it. I've been wanting to put this together for a while, but I just wanted to give you guys a sense of why I'm against it. It's not an ideological reason. It's a practical reason. It doesn't work. How was it back in the day when Diocletian imposed the maximum prices? Was it hard for you to get glizzies? No, it wasn't hard for me to get glizzies when Diocletian put the maximum prices. Okay? Because I don't eat Glizzies. Except at the concert. Then I guess I did. Let me pull up chat here. Bro, I went to a library for the first time since I was 8, and to get the fourth turning, and they made me pay $75 in 10-year-old overdue fees. Wait, why did you pay? What? I mean, you should pay, but you could have bought the book for less. Crazy you mentioned that book, because that's the only one sitting next to me on the desk. I read Influence Because of You. That's a great book. Robert Cialdini. He teaches at ASU. The guy that wrote that. Kind of the best business school in the goddamn world. Yeah, it's a great book. Influence is phenomenal. First time chatter. This doesn't look like Fortnite. Where's the Fortnite? This is your first time chat message? You are under the impression that I'm a Fortnite only streamer? I read Clifford the Big Red Dog because of you. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. This is the downtime between Fortnite rounds. We play Fortnite all the time on this stream. Sorry, there was a question I really wanted to answer, but I fucking lost it. There's a new Benjamin video we could watch. That might be a good time to fucking. I got shit I want to finish. I gotta clean, and I want to keep locking in. I have a lot to do. I'm very locked in today. I want to keep that going. So we can watch the Benjamin video, and then I think I might call it. But I'm gonna keep my streak. I went live today, even though I didn't want to, because I wanted to keep working. But I'm glad I did. We got the audio fixed. We're making progress. Wait, there's not a new Benjamin video. Nothing in 4 months. There's not a new video. We could watch House then. 9:48. It's kind of. It's not that it's late. It's that I don't want to end at 11. I want to end earlier. Nah, we're going to watch this video. We're going to watch a CNBC video on something. I'll let you guys pick. Do we want to watch about Kava's bet on the Chipotle model? EV factory investments aren't working in the United States. Or Elon Musk's big bet on supercomputers to boost Tesla and XAI. Can we get a fucking vote? Let's get a vote. Let's get a vote. Let's get a vote. We'll learn something either way. Poll ma p. Twitch poll overlay. Connect with Twitch. Question: which vid? Option 1, Kava. Option 2, electric vehicles. Option 3, Elon Musk. Start poll. 1, 2, or 3. Let's get a vote. 1, 2, or 3. Which one are we watching? EVs is winning. That's kind of shocking for me. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. Because we've talked about it. Okay, but if you pick 2, the EVs one, I think I'd rather watch this video than this video. This video sounds interesting. Why EU tariffs can't stop Chinese EVs? That's interesting because I thought the tariffs would stop it. But this video doesn't seem that interesting. The answer to this one is that Americans aren't buying enough EVs from non-Tesla. Even Tesla slowing down. But this one seems interesting. Watch this. Holy. These must all be ready to explode. I watched a video from a very reliable source on YouTube that says anytime you see a bunch of Chinese EVs like this, it's because they're unsold and about to explode.
European imports of Chinese EVs surged from $1.6 billion in 2020 to $11.5 billion in 2023. Though Chinese cars are still a small share of the total European car market, Chinese and Chinese-owned brands grew from 1% of the EV market in 2019 to about 15% in the first half of 2024. EU needs EVs to meet ambitious climate.
Dude, it's really funny. I hope they don't talk about this. I think this is deep enough that they probably wouldn't talk about it. There's such a fucking power struggle going on right now between Europe and China over these cars. And it's because Europe has their own car industry, you know, Volkswagen and all the German brands and everything. There's a bunch of BMW, all these big fucking car companies, mostly based out of Germany. And they're afraid. They're afraid of Chinese EVs. Chinese EVs are going to come in at low cost and fuck them up. And so there's these big tariffs going up that are blocking Chinese EVs. The problem is China is doing counter tariffs to put pressure back on Europe. And one of the ones they did was a pork tariff. So if you make and sell pork, China's not buying it, or they're putting tariffs on it so they can't sell it. And that really fucks Spain. Spain is a big pork exporter. And surprise, surprise, in the last round of European Union talks about these tariffs, Spain was like, you know what, guys? I think we should ease up. I think we should fucking back. Like, Spain was the one being shaky. It's so funny how it all fucking, and it's crazy because I like backed into this because I saw a headline about, you know, Spain pulls support from EU, and then I look into it more and I start reading, and then you go back to the source and you find out that like China just did a massive pork tariff that fucking over Spain. It's so interesting how it's all connected. So anyway, there's like this weird tariff war ratcheting up as China is trying to force down the ability to export all these EVs to Europe.
Targets. China is producing millions of EVs far cheaper than everyone else. But the sudden rush of Chinese cars into Europe has instead caused worries.
We've heard about this globalization story that we have to integrate, we have to be free trade and so on. But that was easy to tell when China was not a big player and was not changing the rules of trade.
The European Union has responded by proposing tariffs of up to 36.3%. That's on top of the existing 10% already levied on all imports. A final decision is expected by October 30th. Analysts say it is the highest profile EU trade case against China in over a decade. Chinese EVs have several advantages, but one sticks out: government support.
Chinese make no apologies about it. That's our game. We're state capitalists. We're going to own this industry.
But problems abound. There are loopholes. The risk of retaliation looms. European countries have reportedly been divided on the issue, and some of Europe's own automakers, the ones the tariffs are meant to protect, oppose them.
Well, to be clear, I looked into this too. So if you ask them, do they support the tariffs? All the CEOs of these big German auto companies, European auto companies, will say, of course not. No, we don't support it. But then you find out that privately, they very much do support it, but publicly they say they don't because they need to keep selling these goods in China. And they're very, very desperately worried about their stuff getting counter-tariffed by China. They have to sell Audis in China. They have to sell BMWs in China. That's where they get most of their growth. And if they get any counter tariffs, it's going to completely fuck them up. So everyone's walking a very thin line.
Makers, the ones the tariffs are meant to protect, oppose them.
The EU says its tariffs are not meant to block Chinese EVs, but instead level the playing field.
We're dealing with an economy in China where credit money is allocated by the state and not by the market. And the state picks sectors that they want to promote. And in that kind of economy, if you do that, you always get overinvestment. You always get overcapacity. You always get overproduction. And then that overproduction gets dumped on the rest of the world.
Chinese manufacturers can make a car for about $5,500. The cheapest a European.
I hear that, and there's some truth to it, but I also would love a fucking $10,000 great EV. You know what I'm saying? I would love a nice, cheap, well-made EV. So there's a push and pull here.
Can do about 20,000.
That gap is explained by potential subsidies that the Chinese government is giving to its companies, but also it's explained by higher economies of scale, it's explained by lower labor costs, and by the fact that when it's about electric cars, China, unlike the rest of the world, has already secured the supply chain for the batteries.
The tariffs only apply.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's one of the core things. It's not necessarily the government subsidy. That's a part of it. But it's also that China owns the whole fucking top to bottom process and as a massive lead in batteries. Batteries is where all the cost comes from the EV. You know, all the battery factories are in China. They have the battery technology. They own the fucking cobalt mines. They own every step to make it in-house to get the battery. That's where they can get the cost savings that other companies that have to outsource their batteries don't have.
Apply to fully assembled EVs, not parts like batteries. China controls more than 80% of the world's battery manufacturing capacity, and cars made all over the world, including in Europe.
They buy the materials from Australia? Yeah, they do. Australia's economy is digging rocks out of the ground to hand to China and selling houses to people from China that get money off of the... China takes the rocks, turns them into something more valuable, makes a bunch of money, and then goes back and buys all the real estate. And that's the whole fucking... That and gambling, yeah, I guess.
Europe rely on Chinese batteries. Tariff rates vary based on how much help an automaker receives from the Chinese government. Here, it is important to note that all this is being done according to rules set out by the...
Someone said Australia doesn't have a local auto industry to protect. Why aren't Chinese EVs mainstream there? They are. 80% of electric vehicles sold in Australia are made in China. 80%. So I don't
the World Trade Organization. Both the EU...
I'm in Australia. There's a BYD everywhere. Yeah, exactly. It's happening. It's already happening. It's exactly what I'm saying.
EU and China are members. There are 166 countries total, and there are rules. So if China is subsidizing its auto industry and European countries say that helps
They don't ride kangaroos.
is giving Chinese companies an unfair advantage, it can impose tariffs to offset it. But first it has to prove that China is actually breaking the rules and that rule breaking is harming European companies.
It's not arbitrary. It's a calculation of the amount of harm that's been done. And as near as I can tell, the European Union has followed the rules.
They also vary based on whether a company cooperatively discloses the subsidies it receives to the European Commission. This is why the tariff on Tesla cars is a lot lower than those placed on its Chinese brand rivals.
It's an American company. Chinese were a lot more generous to indigenous Chinese companies.
But even they are being tariffed at different rates. These tariffs could make it more challenging for Europe to meet its ambitious climate policy goals. By 2030, it needs to reduce emissions by 55% below the levels they were at in 1990. That's just 6 years away. A report leaked earlier this year.
If they just blow up a few more nuclear power plants, they can get there. I swear to God. If they just blow up a few more, the only thing stopping them is to fucking dynamite a couple more nuclear power plants, and I swear to God they'll get there.
Year suggests the EU is not on track, to put it mildly. The bloc needs to double the pace of reduction to meet the 2030 target.
I don't think the tariffs would be too meaningful or impactful in terms of slowing down EV growth. But if the tariffs end up being too high and domestic or local European automakers can't offer the more affordable models, then we could see some delay if there's not enough models that are cheap enough or within the price point that
Bro's
consumers
flexing
want
his
to buy.
AirPods.
I mean, the administration is wrestling with this dilemma right now. I mean, it was the same thing with solar panels. The Chinese have something like 84% of the global market in solar panels. If you want the U.S. to convert to solar energy, the best thing you can do is bring in as many panels as you possibly can and install them everywhere. And if you say Chinese panels can't come in, which we've done, you really slow down the transition.
The holdup to EV adoption in many markets like the US and Europe is, one, there's not as much public fast charging available.
Yeah, it's interesting because I get caught up on the right answer for a country when it comes to the EV situation, especially if you have a huge, like, important domestic car industry like Europe does, like Germany does. You don't want like all those jobs to disappear. There's something to it. But with solar panels, it's like, bro, why don't we just buy the cheap Chinese ones? They make good quality cheap ones en masse. Let's just fucking turn off the tariffs, flood them in. It'll kill some solar panel manufacturers in America. It will, but they can't compete. I mean, they just can't make them at the scale.
Available, but two, there's not as many low-priced EVs in those affordable vehicle segments where the majority of consumers buy vehicles.
And that's exactly what Chinese firms have been able to do. Sell cars for as low as about $10,000 in the case of the BYD Seagull.
European manufacturers can't match that.
Neither can American, nor Japanese, nor Korean. The U.S. has imposed a 100% tariff on all Chinese vehicles. By the way, it did that just unilaterally, not through the WTO process. But even a 100% tariff on a $10,000 car is still far cheaper than the cheapest EV sold in the U.S.
Isn't that
The
crazy?
European car makers, they learned that they can
Isn't
make
that
more money
crazy?
selling less cars. Last year, many of them posted records in terms of operating profits. This strategy of increasing prices and producing less cars is good as long as you don't have a more competitive rival such as China.
At the proposed rates, they might not do much to stem the tide of Chinese imports. One analysis showed that tariffs would have to be at least in the 40 to 50% range, depending on the company. The analyst said these rates would be unlikely, and the EU would have to use non-traditional methods, like tightening labor rights or cybersecurity requirements. The economic effects of tariffs are disputed. Many economists argue they raise prices and reduce choice.
Trump has said repeatedly, we're going to put tariffs on the foreign country. The Americans don't pay the tariff, the foreigners pay the tariff. That's, for the most part, wrong. There's a mountain of data to demonstrate that it's wrong.
Others say these tariffs will have a negligible effect on EV prices.
I mean, not only is it wrong, but nobody ever talks about the fact that when you put massive tariffs on other people's goods coming into your country, they almost always retaliate. So you end up with this tit for tat, you know, like we hurt their industry, they hurt one of our industries. Like it doesn't, and then everything gets more expensive across the board. It's like it's generally bad. There's situations where I get it. And again, EVs is a tough one because it's such an important industry for the future. And there is a chance to be said that like if China just clear out dominance because they have a lead right now, then no one will ever catch up and it'll be, you know, 80% Chinese market share on the road of cars that track every bit of data. And there's problems, but it's frustrating because as a consumer, you just want more competition and you want the best quality stuff and you want the cheapest stuff and you want everyone to fucking match that.
Is over the long term. There are also loopholes. To try to get around U.S. rules, Chinese automakers such as BYD are reportedly striking deals to build factories in Mexico, though there is uncertainty around the exact timing.
It's a constant cat and mouse game. You know, you cut them off, they'll go somewhere else and make the product and ship it in from there. You cut them off, they'll move to a third country.
So why is the EU doing this? Simply, it considers the European automotive industry crucial to its future. It employs millions of people and is responsible for nearly 1 out of every 10 manufacturing jobs.
Sheesh.
Tariffs are a giant timeout that is just designed for one.
He said tariffs, but the subtitle says terrorists.
Jobs.
Tariffs are a giant timeout that is just designed for one purpose in mind: buy some time while we regroup and confront this massive automotive manufacturing machine that China presents us with.
Over the last few decades, countries have leveled a lot of accusations against China: intellectual property theft, bullying trade partners, and so on. Even this sudden surge of vehicle exports fits a pattern.
I mean, this goes back 30, 40 years. And when their economy gets into trouble, as it is right now, they always do the same thing. They try to export their way out of it.
The EU is pretty much the last among major developed markets in the world to enact new tariffs against Chinese.
They're really heavily leaning on exports to try and grow out of this real estate bust. And it's all about solar panels, batteries, and EVs. If they can't sell those to the rest of the world, they're in a lot of trouble with regards to growth.
EVs. This makes it harder for the Chinese to redirect exports to other countries.
You can squeeze them out of the United States, and all that production will just go somewhere else. And it won't change the policy. What you got to do is get everybody together and all squeeze at once, make the Chinese eat the surplus.
China already makes 1 out of every 3 vehicles sold in the world. It has the capacity to make about half.
I didn't know it was that high.
Industry after industry. They flood the zone. They introduce massive capacity in a given industry. And when I first went to China in the 1980s, it was buttons. They got really good at manufacturing buttons, better than everyone else in the world, and they soon had a monopoly. Today, it's solar panels.
In the United States, various trade groups have already labeled Chinese automakers an existential threat.
It's another proof that the European industry is not competitive yet.
In a vote in Brussels in July, 12 EU member countries reportedly voted in favor of the tariffs, 4 against, 11 abstained. Votes in favor reportedly included France, Italy, and Spain, and abstentions included Germany.
Again, this is a little dated. That was the July vote. I think Spain just waffled. Spain just backed out because of the fucking pork tariffs.
Finland, and Sweden. The European Commission neither confirmed nor commented to CNBC, saying the vote was confidential.
They would be the beneficiaries of the tariffs, but they're worried that they have a large investment in China and tariffs put that investment at risk. So each company is going to decide which side of that line it's going to fall on. I mean, I don't envy them. They're in a difficult situation.
German car makers have substantial businesses in China. It is Germany's 3rd largest auto export market after the US and UK. The European country has a trade surplus with China, in cars and in parts.
On the other side, the French and Italian manufacturers are not exposed to China at all because they are more worried about their position in Europe, which is probably the most exposed to this increasing flow of Chinese competitive cars.
And though the Chinese market has become a lot tougher for foreign companies.
The UK makes cars? Oh, they make Jaguar, right? What's a UK car company? Aston Martin. Oh, Mini Cooper, Land Rover. Yeah, okay. Yeah, actually, there's actually a couple. There's a couple. I thought Land Rover got bought up by like India. I'm actually quite positive it did. Didn't India buy Land Rover? India Land Rover. Did an Indian company buy Land Rover? Yeah, Tata Motors bought it. And Jaguar, actually. In 2008. Yeah.
Companies, it is still a highly desirable place to build cars for export. Again, China is a huge battery producer and is responsible for much of the rest of the EV supply chain.
If an alien were to come down to Earth today and say, I'm going to build a great car company to rival Tesla, where should I put it? There's no question what the answer would be. That alien would put their business in China because it offers the highest quality at the lowest cost with advanced technologies. And not only are the Chinese companies doing this, but global auto manufacturers are basing themselves there too.
The other fear, retaliation. China has already filed a complaint with the WTO over the US EV tax credits, and it has appealed the EU decision.
My observation has been the Chinese always retaliate.
Since at least May, the Chinese government has been proposing to raise an import tariff on gas-burning cars with larger engines. VDA, a German automotive trade association, says this would hit German carmakers especially hard. About a third of the roughly 200,000 cars German factories sent to China in 2023 had larger engines. Another 48,000 came from German-owned factories in...
So this is why German CEOs of car companies don't want to support the tariffs publicly, because they don't... These counter tariffs are fucking them. They sell a lot of gas-powered cars to China. And they
Slovakia, Austria, and Italy.
Well, the more likely thing with Volkswagen or Daimler-Benz is, a wave of inspectors suddenly hit their plants in China and discover 37 safety violations and shut the plant down.
Jeez, they just end on that? Anyway, it's pretty fascinating. Pretty fascinating back and forth. I don't know how it's going to play out, but this is what's ratcheting up. These trade wars are happening. We haven't had them in decades, and now it's like everybody's putting up tariffs on each other's shit. Anyway, chat, I'm going to end here a little early again today, but the lock-in continues. Today was a good day for locking in. We got a lot fucking done. The audio's better, and we watched some interesting things. We'll be back tomorrow, keeping it up, and we will have a Marketing Monday on fucking Monday, okay? The lock-in continues. So I'm going to go finish my shit and get good sleep. Sleep on time. Trying to fucking get my shit back to... I'm trying to hit my schedule. I'm trying to do my shit, okay? I got to lock in. I got at least do a couple months of locking in. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you, and talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.